Thank you. Foreign Minister, High Representative, please.
Thank you. Foreign Minister Saar, dear Gideon, it is important to be in Israel today, although I wish it would be under different circumstances. Let me start by condemning yesterday's attacks on rabbi in France. There is no place for anti-Semitism in Europe. We met exactly one month ago after the EU-Israel Association Council in Brussels. And it is clear that we are very good partners. Israel is a very relevant trade and investment partner for the European Union and also a major player in growing tech sector. Unfortunately, my visit comes at a difficult time. The breakdown of ceasefire has caused appalling loss of life. This morning, I also met the families of the hostages, and always, listening to the stories is very, very hard. I again condemn strongly Hamas violence. It is never easy to meet the families who have lost their loved ones or to not know the fate of their loved ones for so many weeks in captivity. The EU stands in solidarity with Israel and its people following the horrible attacks on the 7th of October 2023. And I reiterate now what I said this morning. Resuming negotiations is the only feasible way to end the suffering on all sides. Violence feeds more violence. What we are witnessing now is a dangerous escalation. It is causing unbearable uncertainty for the hostages and their families, and it is likewise causing horror and death for the Palestinian people. Minister Saar, as I underlined when we met a month ago, the security of Israel is extremely important to the European Union. Israelis must be able to feel safe in their own homes. Israel has the right of self-defense against terror attacks, whether from Hamas, the Houthis or Hezbollah. However, military actions must be proportionate. And Israeli strikes into Syria and Lebanon risk further escalation. The fundamental steps here are restating the ceasefire, ensuring the release of all hostages, and resuming the flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza, with the goal of a permanent ceasefire. The European Union can help, whether through restating our Rafah border crossing mission or providing more humanitarian assistance. We had a very frank discussion, and I thank you for this. It is hard to look forward when bombs fall, but we need to keep the hope alive. The EU welcomes the Arab plan for reconstruction of Gaza. I discussed yesterday in Cairo with Foreign Minister Abdel Lati and the Arab Islamic Ministerial Committee. More work needs to be done on issues such as cost sharing and the future of governance of Gaza, but we see it as a good basis moving forward. I also raised the EU's concerns regarding the situation in the West Bank. And finally, on Iran, we agree the immense threat Iran poses to the region and global stability. Iran is a threat also supporting Russia's war in Ukraine. Iran must never be allowed to acquire or build a nuclear weapon. And EU supports all diplomatic efforts to that effect. Foreign Minister Saar, dear Gideon, thank you again for hosting me today.